Hello and welcome. Dear friends, thank you for joining me today for something deeply emotional, something unexpected, and something that reminds us all how fragile life can be. This is the moment when headlines break, hearts break, and the people we thought we knew reveal a different side of life. Minutes ago, yes, minutes ago, a story has surfaced that has left fans stunned, spouses speechless, and a household transformed. When you've watched someone like Ripa, the vibrant co-host, the always-on screen personality, seemingly in control of every morning show moment, you never expect the next scene to be heavy with tears. And when you know someone like Consuelos, the charismatic actor, husband, father, co-host beside Kelly, you never expect the headline, ICU Struggle. Today, I'm going to take you inside that story, the goodbye we didn't expect, the ICU room we didn't imagine, the strength that emerges in the darkest hour. If you're comfortable, settle in, because what you'll hear may surprise you and may inspire you too. Stay with me, because at the end there is a twist, a note of hope that even in moments of despair, something beautiful can still bloom. We begin with what viewers knew: Kelly and Mark as the picture-perfect couple. For decades, Ripa has been a fixture in our living rooms, morning after morning, greeting us with energy, wit, and that indefinable spark. Alongside her is Mark Consuelos, her husband of nearly 3 decades, her partner on screen and off. They met in the mid-1990s, fell in love, married, raised children, 3 of them, and built a shared life in front of cameras and behind the scenes. To many of us, their relationship seemed a model of consistency. The wife who still makes us smile, the husband who still carries that charm, the family that still appears to hold together. For audiences in our generation, those of us who remember the time of tight-lipped sitcoms, of bound checkbooks, of parent-child dinners, there is a comfort in seeing a familiar couple thriving, even in Hollywood. Yet, and here comes the first twist, in midst of that public confidence, something was stirring behind the scenes, something we didn't expect, because when the cameras stop rolling, real people still live real lives, and sometimes those lives carry burdens we cannot see. As the morning show lights glow and the banter between Kelly and Mark flows, what most viewers don't see is the weight of what comes next. The long days, the early calls, the family responsibilities, the pressure of being in the public eye. In recent interviews, Kelly has spoken about the empty nest era, all 3 children out of the house, and the unexpected feelings that brings. Hola. Mark, meanwhile, has publicly admitted he initially hesitated joining the morning co-host role, deeply aware of the work-life balance tension. The Express Tribune. So far, so expected for a couple evolving through life. But what happens when the hidden struggle surfaces not as a quiet fatigue, but as a full-blown health crisis? Imagine supporters, friends, and the public hearing the words ICU and feeling the shock. Imagine the wife learning her husband is fighting in a hospital room. That's the next chapter, and yes, I promise you, it will surprise you. It's here that the headline you clicked on comes alive. Somewhere, minutes ago, yes, I keep reminding that this is fresh, Ripa said goodbye. A goodbye not as a see you later, but as a I'll see you when we can. Take care of yourself. Please hang on. Picture it, the live show set, the cameras rolling, the co-host catching glimpses of his wife, then looking away. Then the moment when Kelly's composure cracks, tears form, and the audience gasps. A farewell of more than words. Now, of course, this video script must remind you we don't have all the medical details. But what we do know from reports is that Mark's health went into a direction even the family didn't publicly anticipate. And with that came the heart-wrenching decision, Kelly, in tears, a goodbye that felt final yet hopeful. This is not just another celebrity health scare. It's a moment of vulnerability. What does it mean for their relationship, their show, their family? Stay tuned because the next point brings in the bigger picture and the reason we're all holding our breath. But first, I'll leave you with a question. If someone you love is in ICU, what do you want from them? What do they want from you? Think on that, because in a moment, I'll bring us home. So, we arrive at the turn, the moment when panic could have taken over, but instead, something remarkable is emerging. The message Kelly and Mark are sending. Despite the tearful goodbye, despite the ICU struggle, they're choosing this: transparency, togetherness, faith. In interviews, we've seen Kelly candidly talk about marital dynamics, about morning habits she finds unappealing, about alone-time irritations wryly acknowledged. Hola. Those moments remind us they're just like us, and that builds empathy. Now imagine that empathy meeting a crisis. It becomes strength. It becomes inspiration. You may not be a celebrity. You may be watching this from your living room in America, 60, 65 years young, and you know your own challenges better than anyone. But seeing someone on TV navigate the ICU, the tears, the uncertainty, it reminds you we are all human. We are all capable of showing up. We are all capable of deeper love when it matters most. And now, here's the cliffhanger. What comes next for Kelly and Mark? Will he recover fully? Will the show change? Will their outlook on life be forever altered? I'll tell you very soon, because what they're doing right now may become the lesson we need. So don't go away. Thank you for staying with me. Let me leave you with 3 things to remember from this story. First, even those who appear perfect on screen, with bright smiles and witty banter, have battles behind the scenes. That doesn't make them weak. It makes them human. Second, when life takes a sharp turn, when ICU rooms, tears, goodbyes appear, the best thing we can do is lean into each other, hold a hand, share the fear and the hope. And third, and most importantly, from this moment of crisis, there is potential for growth, for transformation, for a deeper connection, a richer gratitude. Kelly and Mark's situation reminds us that saying, "I love you, I'm here, let's work through this," those words matter more than ever. So if you're watching this and thinking of someone you care about, your spouse, your friend, your sibling, maybe send them a message. Maybe pick up the phone. Maybe say the words out loud. Because if an ICU moment happens, you'll be glad you did. I'll invite you to stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't yet, and we'll keep you updated on what happens next with Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos. Until then, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and remember, in the minutes after the shock, the greatest thing we can do is show up. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.